And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Corey Sandin co-hosting today, and boy, do we have a great show here for you from the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup, right next to the San Diego landings in Point Loma. We have Captain Jim Hughes from the Cortez out of C4 Sport Fishing over the hill from us here. Going to be talking some great fishing. Jim just got back from a fantastic long-range trip aboard the Royal Polaris, and, of course, talking about his fantastic boat, the Cortez. So you stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Introducing new Power Pro Max 8 microfilament braided fishing line. It's built for offshore anglers seeking smooth casting and control. Power Pro Max 8 features an 8-carrier Spectra HT construction that cuts through current with ease for precise vertical jigging with a 25% thinner diameter. Available in white and metered 4-color for trolling spread control and precise jigging depths. It's stronger, smoother, and thinner. Power Pro Max 8 is now available at your tackle retailer.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Quintin, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and good friend in the studio. And Good morning, Pete.
Good to have you here,
Yeah,
Corey.
stoked
And long time since you and I did a show together.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a hot
So it's
minute.
great. Yeah, for sure. And Captain Jim Hughes, it's been right at a year since you've been sitting here in the world headquarters.
Thank you for having us.
Well,
It's been a year.
Yeah, we appreciate your annual visit with us here. I know you keep busy between your boat and doing a lot of long range stuff with the Royal Polaris.
Yeah, no, we try to stay busy.
Yeah.
We don't want to stay too much time off the water.
Yeah, that's for sure. So you just got back off the Royal Polaris. You ran the first trip with
we did an 18-day Taka's trip.
Trip.
And it was the ocean was in a little bit of a funk this January. So but salvaged the trip all right. We had good wahoo fishing.
Good wahoo fishing.
It was good wahoo fishing at the rocks, and then we made it all the way down to PV. And then worked our way back up. And
wow.
We got some.
You and Jonathan running the boat?
No, Trevin was running the boat this trip.
Okay.
Yeah. And he did a good job. You know, we
everybody raves about Trevin.
No, he does a good job. He's good with the people. You know, we had a great crew. A lot of the Seaford guys were working on the boat that trip.
Oh, okay. So you feel like home.
Yeah, it was. We weren't missing much.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. And you've been working the Royal Polaris for years. You kind of keep that thing rolling.
Well, we just try to help along, whatever we can do.
Yeah.
We try to find out what's, what needs to be fixed, what's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
And then we'll go rolling into maintenance here in April or May. And
you help out there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to do as much as we can.
Yeah. So speaking of maintenance, you've been working on the Cortez?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just
a lot to do, or?
No, not a lot to do, but it's just like, us getting older, you get a little creak in the elbow, one in the knee. So you want to take care of those items. So, we're taking care of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but not any heavy maintenance.
Not heavy stuff. We'll have our 5-year inspection this year.
Yeah,
and then we'll just get rolling.
Yeah,
We're putting a little lipstick on her and fixing little creeks and like that, and keep it going.
And when do you start running?
We hopefully get going here in April.
April,
the end of April, going into, because that fish seems to be showing up a little bit earlier.
That was good fishing this early April.
Yeah,
this past year.
April, May.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Some of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just the cycles are changing a little bit. Everything's a little bit earlier.
And it's amazing how warm the water is right now.
It
right?
is, yes.
I mean, locally here.
Yeah, no, Steve Crook even we had a conversation.
How is Steve Crook?
He's doing fine. He said, man, this water's warm. That fish might not make it back up here or something. I don't know.
So you were talking about the volume of yellowfin tuna you saw in your last trip.
Absolutely. All the way
just
from
everywhere.
All the way from below Cedrus, all the way down to PV. There's just volume of that. I'd call them 8 to 20 pound fish. And like I said, we must have cut off 300-400 of them things at least.
Wow. Now, do we have to worry about the purseine boats mopping that kind of stuff up, or
we didn't see any?
Too small.
We didn't see any. Well, it's hard to say with the the foreign fleet. They're taking a lot of stuff right now. But it's all spread out.
Oh, okay.
It's spread out all the way, actually, all the way to the rocks, all the way down to PV.
Wow.
Just everywhere you stop, you found some.
Wow.
So
yeah,
there was no shortage.
It's certainly a good sign for the ocean, the health of the ocean.
Yeah, all we needed to get it to move up here a little bit, and the water's warm enough to keep the cycle going. So.
Yeah. Now you've known Jim and worked with Jim for a lot of years, right, Corey?
A long time. Yeah, back to the Seaforth days. Yeah. I mean, Seaforth. Many decades for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long you been at Seaforth?
Since 68.
68.
How crazy is that?
Huh. And when did you work there, Corey?
Pete, I can just tell you, I was born in 70. So.
I was going to say, yeah.
I mean, that's just to know he's been there that long. So I was at Seaforth.
Like in the 90s?
Yeah, in the 90s for sure. Mid 90s, early 90s, somewhere in there. Yeah,
absolutely.
And the bait boats.
On the bait boats. Guys always came to our dock to get their rides back and forth.
So. Oh,
exactly. Yeah, with Joe Machado and exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And how long have you had the Cortez?
Since 96.
96. Yeah. So tell us about the Cortez for some of our listeners that may not be familiar with that amazing boat.
It's they consider it a 60-foot Seaway. It was built in 74. Whitey Ashley built it, along with they had the Aztec and a couple of other Seaway boats. It really
built in Costa Mesa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's plywood and glass over, what they call a cold molded boat.
Yeah. Which is solid.
No, they are. They're very, very good boats, and they got a lot of water under them, all of them.
Yeah.
So we like the boat, obviously.
And how many do you take? You do mostly charters, but you do few open party trips?
A few open parties. We ran like 3, I think, last year. A couple the year before. This year, I think there'll be more.
Right.
Hopefully, we can get 4 or 5. Sort of develop some new clientele also.
Yeah.
We have a lot of steady clientele. We're probably 75-80% booked right now for this year.
Nice.
So we will have some open party.
Yeah.
But we're trying to stay busy.
Mostly a day and a half, 2.5
day and a half, 2.5, and 3.5. We haven't done too much of the 1 day, 2 day deals.
Right.
Things, but we try to get that little break in between, and allows us to, get in the morning, and we can leave it at any time we want, up to the charter, or the open party trips, and cover whatever we need to cover, and give them that morning and evening bite times.
Right.
So
it's so different than 30 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the overnight trips where you would depart at 10 p.m. and have to be back in.
It's a different world today.
Completely different.
Well, we were running day and a half when I first got the boat, and Frank and Bill told you're never going to make no money because you're getting a day and a half. You're losing time like that. And then we penciled it all out, and I was losing about $37 a trip.
Right.
Because I wasn't burning as much fuel.
Yeah.
I'm not having to run full speed to get out there, full speed to get back. The fish gets down there 80 miles, you get a shorter time of fish. So
it just,
but damn it, Jim, that's $37.
Right. But it's just an overall better experience.
Oh yeah,
for the passengers.
Sure, absolutely. I mean,
and doesn't beat up the crew.
And you get the service of the meals. Not rushing everybody to get down here. Oh, we only get 4 hours of fishing. You got to run back.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. So So you do have some available charter dates available.
Yeah. We have some.
Yeah.
We
like
have
when?
some.
Like in June, July, August?
We have
September?
some in July. We have some in June.
Wow.
We have actually 3 or 4 dates open, 5 dates open in August.
Wow.
September's full. October's got 2 dates open.
Wow.
I think 2 or 3, and then November's got quite a few.
Wow. That's time to jump on that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We
And
have
what's
some
your average
openings.
load?
I'd say most of my groups are from 12 to 14 people.
Whoa. That's
I would say that's the average.
yeah.
The open parties, we were carrying up to 15. We're going to bump it up to 17 this year, or 18.
That's all you
So,
take. Wow.
yeah.
That's like having a big boat all to yourself.
Oh, we try to make it that way so
Yeah.
it's more comfortable.
How many could you take?
We can carry up to 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always try to leave a couple bunk spaces so they can put all their stuff on.
Yeah. So you have when you have some charters that'll only take 12.
Oh, we have some charters that only take 6 or 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds so
Yeah.
cool.
So-
Because it's your boat. Once you
Yep.
charter it, right? You can
Yeah,
have it.
You can want to go with one, it's all you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And Brian Wynn,
Yeah.
the jigging expert.
Oh, sure.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
know he loves Jim and
Oh,
loves
of
the
course.
Cortez,
There's a lot of people.
like that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that.
He's taught us a lot, and we've tried to give him experience. He's just a great person,
Yeah.
great person to fish with, and the knowledge he's had from being in the tackle industry
Yeah.
and doing what he does with this jigging thing is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know,
Does it work, that jigging thing?
it works.
Yeah.
No doubt about
it. Yeah. You've seen it firsthand.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What do you think is some of the key things that you've seen Brian or all the jigging experts bring to the boat that really makes it like, wow, this is effective?
Well, the jigging motion itself,
Yeah.
trying to make it look like it's squid coming up or something
Ah.
like that. It's up, down,
Yeah.
down, and then the development of all these $1,000 jigging reels that
Yes.
have basically no drag. You didn't think they're going to work. Smaller rods,
Yeah.
that you can actually work with. You're not carrying a 50 wide or a 30 wide to do it. And these guys, you got to work hard at it. And not only that, not having to carry the weight of the rod and reel and the jigging motion allows you to keep working
on
it.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to keep the jig in that water column.
Yeah.
Guys are winding all the way up and they're getting tired up after 3 or 4 times. Well, no, hey, let's keep it down there.
Keep it down in the
Yeah.
zone. Yeah. That's one of the keys.
Absolutely.
And the other thing that amazes me about that is you pointing the rod at, you're not using
Yeah.
the rod really at all.
No,
Yeah.
the rods have no backbone to
Yeah.
them.
As far as fighting the fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they
so once you hook
they
up,
wind them straight up. Though.
just turn
They
the
work.
handle,
Yeah,
huh?
They do.
It's like virtually no drag at all.
no, I look at it and go, no, this ain't gonna work, and it works.
It works.
But is that technique in fighting the fish as effective during the day as it is at night? I mean, it's primarily a nighttime.
That's primarily a nighttime jigging
Okay.
thing. The daytime thing, you're going with sinker rigs, you're going
Yeah.
with fly line,
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a lot, but I've seen a few fish caught in the daytime with the jigging.
Yeah. It happens.
Sometimes that fish gets weird and it wants to bite in a little bit in the daytime. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. But there's lots of good. So what's your favorite kind of fishing? What do you love doing?
Albacore fishing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't
Watch
seen
out.
those in a long time.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, are we ever going to see them again?
I said this last year and I'll say it again. Are we getting out there early enough?
Yeah.
It's for years and years and years. It was, light your firecrackers, go fishing. July.
Right.
This year, especially, that fish was up there in July already. Are we
Right.
not getting out there early enough? Are we?
To kind of cut them off at the pass.
It's a possibility. We don't have the jig boats like we used to
Right.
in the 70s. They were covering that area down there. And that bluefin's been on the beach for the most part,
Right.
so guys are all keyed in on the bluefin, bigger fish that time. So everybody's going down there. The stuff's been out to the west,
Yeah.
southwest. Are we not getting out there early enough?
Yeah.
Who knows? The water conditions have been phenomenal. There's been bait out there. We made, I think, 3 trips out there this year on our 3.5 days. Always spend one day out there in the
Exploring.
southwest, west. But I could miss those things by 50 yards,
Yeah.
It's not one of
You
those
just
things.
don't know.
Yeah.
Because of no coverage.
Yeah. We don't have
Yeah.
a lot of coverage. 64.5 to 65.5 degree water, blue, bait in it, shearwater. you know.
I can remember. This just came to my mind. I can remember Doug Kern offering in Fisherman's Landing, I forget what it was, $1,500 at the shop for the first albacore caught.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were caught in January.
Yeah.
January.
Yeah.
Seriously, skiff fishing. Yeah.
Wow.
The skiff guys would catch them in January, and not that that's here now, but the water temperature is a pretty stable, as Mark Wish said yesterday as well, 62, 63 degrees, which isn't far off from.
Yeah, it hasn't been dropping below 60 in a long time.
Yes.
You know, so I mean, the conditions are good. The water setup's good.
Yeah.
I like your thinking, Jim.
The bait's good. A lot of bait.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, the ocean's alive right now.
Oh, it is. There's no shortage of bait.
Healthy.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this could be the year.
Hey, it could be, but like I said, we got to get out there early enough. And once that bluefin starts biting, and, you know, the commercial guys get done with their quotas or whatever, then guys get on that bluefin. It's hard to get off.
Hard to get off from. Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. So back in the day of the albacore, I mean, it wasn't uncommon to make 70, 80, 90-mile runs out there, right, for the albacore.
No.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fish up here at 60 miles.
Yeah.
You know, and then later in the season, the stuff was up here closest to 390.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
We ran half day albacore fishing.
Early. How crazy.
It must have been 71 or 72 on the Seaforth.
Yeah.
Wow.
When it was built in 68, but it was fast. It did 21 knots on a trial run.
Oh my goodness.
But we ran 18 knots.
That's the current new Seaforth.
No, the one that's the Western Pride now.
Okay.
So
because the current one's
pretty
picks
quick
up too.
Yeah.
So what's it like with the gang over at Seaforth? It's quite a family over there.
It is. It's everybody sort of works together. Everybody's good competition over there. You know, everybody wants to do the best they can.
Yeah.
We got good operators. Crews are very, very good. Everybody wants to, you know, keep the motion going. It's more like a family over there.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool.
We like it. You know, I've been there for a long time, and I've seen a lot of
68.
changes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How long Seaforth been in biz?
In the early 60s, where the boat rentals is now was where Seaforth started.
Originally started.
In Mission, then where Islandia was, it was Mission Bay sport fishing back then.
Yeah.
And then turned into Islandia, and then they built the hotel.
Yeah.
It was PSA. When PSA was in business, they built the hotel. And so
okay.
that used to be the PSA hotel.
PSA hotel.
Yeah.
Wow, we're really talking history now.
Yeah.
Right?
Standing history. Yeah.
I love hearing it though.
Yeah. Well, it's so cool, you know, having lunch. I go over, have lunch at Charlie's.
Yes.
And look at all there's a lot of familiar faces over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys that have been around for a long time there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and John and now his son Jeffrey's running the office and taking care of managing the stuff, and Dustin running the tackle shop.
What a fabulous tackle shop.
They're doing a good job.
Dan Hart, one of the
Dan
icons
Hart,
of the industry
absolutely.
in there. Yeah.
He's been around the block a few times.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
How crazy is that though, Jim, to have Jonathan running in ownership of the RP,
right,
and Jeffrey running the office now,
Wow.
and watching them grow up? I mean, they were rugrats running around in the office.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, I used to take them fishing on my boat when they were way younger. I mean, you know, they just came out and they never got to work. They were always quiet.
Yeah.
You know, they'd go out and catch fish and have a good time, and that was it.
Cool.
Jonathan more so though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan's the older brother?
Yeah.
Jonathan's the older, but he's super reserved. And,
he was very quiet.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a word out of him sideways.
Yeah.
You know.
And Jeffrey's a little more
a little more outgoing.
Yeah, he's outgoing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So he's kind of running Seaforth now.
Yeah.
With Dad kind of
with
stepping
Dad.
in the back.
Yeah. No, they do a good job. You know, they keep everything, you know, straight and the office going, the office personnel going.
And just to see Jonathan at the helm of the RP is, in my mind, just badass.
And
I mean,
he's doing a good job.
Yeah, his roots are strong, and
absolutely.
It's neat to see.
Well, speaking of guys that know their stuff, I don't know that you guys have seen this. The University of Long Range Fishing, written by Larry Brown, who I know you know, and Chris Minnick, who's in itself is both the knowledge that those two guys have. I think Chris told me that he spent 150 days on the water last year, and he's 80 years old.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, the guy is. I know Larry Brown's like right there too.
Yeah.
But they wrote this book, and Frank Lopresti says, I am so impressed with this book. Chris and Larry's University of Fishing book. It's a must read, and it's a lifetime of fishing information, and it's dedicated to all the fellow fishermen and captains and deckhands that they've fished with. It's a super cool book, and it's a download. And here's how you get it. Go to RollowKids.org, and I know, Jim, you're on the board of directors like I am for Rollo Kids, and what we do is take kids fishing. It's a $20 donation, and you download the book, and you can either read it on your device or you can print it and read it hand. But this, according to the people that know long-range fishing, it is the Bible. It's really a culmination of these two gentlemen's lifetime of experience in long-range fishing. And if you're interested in learning more about long-range fishing, if you're interested in developing your skills in long-range fishing, or just curious about long-range fishing, for $20, all that money goes to taking kids fishing.
So, Pete, there's no other cost.
So it's a charitable donation.
It's just
now, if you want to pay $50 and donate to Rollo, you can do that too. But the minimum donation is $20.
$20.
Yeah,
and that is a lot of information coming from those two guys.
$20.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've seen it all.
Yeah.
They have seen it all.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So you want to get it, go to RollowKids.org, and you'll see it right there, the University of Long Range Fishing by Larry Brown and Chris Middick on there. And download the book, give the donation to Rollo, and download the book and check it out. It's you will not be sorry. You'll learn a lot.
That's an extreme minimal donation.
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, if you want to give $100 for the book, it's all goes to taking kids fishing.
Right.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Hey, we've got a fun full 2 hours ahead of us, Pete, having Jim Hughes from the Cortez in here. And I want to hear some cool stories too.
Yeah.
We almost got into it right
man.
there,
He's
right?
got him.
Exactly. So the next 2 hours, you want to give us a call? We're going to be on the fan for the full 2 hours. You want to give, we have Jeff in the studio there at 833-288-0973. Or you can send us a text via the app, and it's only through the app. It says right there, text the show. Make sure you do include your name and telephone number, because at the end of the show, Jim has brought I don't even know how
phenomenal prize.
Right? Phenomenal is the word.
Yeah. Probably one of the top prizes of the year that we give away here on that.
It's a trip on the Cortez, but it's for any open party trip. So it could be a day and a half. It could be for a 2.5 day. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
How about that? Out of Seaforth. So any open party trip.
A spot on any open party trip that you're going to be running.
2 spots.
Wait a minute. It's good for 2 spots.
You see what it says? It says and guest.
You're kidding me.
No. Well, nobody likes to go fishing by themselves.
Oh, Jim.
So
man.
it's this letter. You can see it on the camera there. And it says, entitles the holder to a holder and a guest to any open party fishing trip aboard the Cortez.
Yeah.
How about, and you just call Jim.
Yep.
To book it.
Yep.
And Cortez Sport Fishing Reservation schedule will be available in April. You said.
Correct.
So if you are the holder of this after today's show, you're going to get, you and a guest are going to go on one of the finest sport fishing.
If that doesn't describe the individual that we have in the studio. So we're going to have him for the next 2 hours. Again, give Jeff a call, 833-288-0973, or send us a text via the app. We're going to be right back on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Everything about Katmai Lodge is first rate, and it should be on the bucket list of everyone who enjoys fishing. This is Brandon Bono. My visit to Katmai Lodge is an experience I will never forget. Constructed on the banks of the Alagnak River in Katmai National Park, the lodge is a fishing dream come true. The experience is incomparable. Whether bait casting, spin, or fly fishing, you'll find king, sockeye, chum, coho, and pink salmon, plus trout, grayling, char, and dolly varden. Their guides are amazing. Days are exciting and fun with hot lunches and snacks served on the river. The brown bears, bald eagles, beaver, otters, and other wildlife you see is amazing. The lodge staff is great. There's complimentary wine, beer, and appetizers before a fantastic dinner every evening. Take it from me, a trip to Katmai Lodge should be on your list. For information, visit katmai.com or call 330-0326. Once again, that's Katmai Lodge, KATMAI.com.
Hi, Bob Hoos with Costa Sunglasses. If you've got young anglers in your life who are just getting hooked, Costa's got something made just for them. The new Next Gen collection is built for long days on the water and takes Costa's iconic performance for smaller faces. Check out Schoolie, Costa's first 8-base wrap for smaller profiles, and Street Heat, a bold everyday frame with micro side shields that keep glare and spray where they belong. Help the next generation see what's out there and protect what's out there. Available now at CostaDelMar.com and select retailers starting at $130.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, Elgato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palma de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palma de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And man, it's just so much fun in studio in the world headquarters.
Yeah.
A beautiful morning, sun shining.
It's beautiful morning. It's supposed to be a beautiful
Gorgeous,
week,
right?
To go fishing. It's supposed to be flat, calm, and
Beautiful week.
Yeah.
good time to go explore for some albacore.
Yeah, that would be a good time, like in another month.
Yeah, another month. Okay. All right. Well, phones are packed, texts are flowing. So these guys want to talk to Jim, and I think they also want to go fishing on Jim's boat, the Cortez, too.
They want that open party trip,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And that's good for any day and a half to 2.5 day or
Yes.
whatever Jim's running out of Seaforth. That
And the best thing
happens.
to do is if you win it, just call Jim.
Yep.
Get on his list, and he'll call you and say, "Here's what I have."
Here's what my schedule's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, let's jump into the phones.
Let's do that, Pete. How about John? John calling from Huntington Beach. Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup, John.
Hey, good morning, guys. Just a great show, and I liked some of the comments that Jim said about the albacore being offshore, and we may not know it. I was at the PCS show last year and talked to one of the captains who said he thought that the California current might be farther west than it normally had been in the years past, where we got albacore in closer. And I just wanted to know if Jim had heard that, or if he had thought that might be true, or is it just the just like you say, he missed it by 50 yards or something with guys on exploratory trips.
That's very, very, very much a possibility. I mean, it could have pushed offshore, but just the water setup. But now we got, with these 50 meter and 20 meter subsurface temperature things, everything still basically looks the same, as far as the water current and stuff. It's not moved any farther offshore, but the fish could stay off there. Usually that stuff, you start seeing it just above Guadalupe, and it comes in towards the drop off there, and then starts working up the beach.
And Jim, doesn't it seem like that biomass that the commercial guys, jig boats, have been fishing, I mean, it's moved from Canadian waters to off the Columbia solidly to...
They've caught that stuff all the way up to in the Alaska Gulf.
Right, but it seems that the biomass has moved further south every year.
Yes. Well, we were following this little line that the albacore seems to stay up. And last year, that line ran from like Point Conception down to the west, and then like outside almost San Quintin. So we thought we're going to get an influx of it.
Yeah.
There's one line that albacore seems to be staying above.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was going to be there, and it could have been, we just weren't there.
Nobody was looking.
You know,
And the El Nino that we had 14 years ago
Yeah.
or 12 years ago, I mean, that really is what I believe pushed them up to Canadian off of Columbia.
well, it could have been, but they're on the bait, they're on the feed,
Yeah.
and that fish this year up there, they're at the beginning, they're talking about all the small fish, and that's usually what we like to see down
Good
here
sign.
first.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But there was a lot of small fish from Northern California up, and those guys, it was up there early.
But that's, honestly, that's what makes the ocean so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the inaccuracy of trying to be able to predict, but you've got to, I mean, I hate to use the analogy, take advantage of, but you really do. Like what's given at this point in time,
Yeah.
like if the bluefin are biting and they're 100 to 200 pounders,
Absolutely.
how do you argue?
Well, that's
Take
it.
advantage.
You take advantage of. It's just like when they, first closed the Riviera Islands.
Yes.
They said, "Oh, you're not a fish down there." The guys are all in, not in panic mode, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then we find that fish down there on the inner banks, down there in the ridge, lower ridge.
Yeah.
And it was all that 200-pound fish.
Jeez.
Oh, we had that for
There it is.
5 to 7 years.
And then what about the
You know,
wahoo fishing?
And then
this year?
wahoo fishing and stuff like that. So things develop
Cycles.
different. I don't know if they're cycles, but they develop different. And when something's closed or something's out there, you go find something else.
Yeah.
And that's what this fleet's very, very good at doing.
Yeah.
Eventually somebody's going to run into something and it's going to happen.
Yeah. So minor technical note here, for some reason our Facebook and YouTube camera is flickering a bit. It's not your device, it's our device. Apologize for that, but we'll see what happens. Can't figure out why, but we're on the air. The sound is fine.
Talk about cycles.
Facebook, YouTube, and of course the Let's Talk Hookup app is
Yeah.
always a great way, and of course on the fan here for the 2 hours.
Absolutely.
It's the camera's cycling today, I guess. Yeah, so we'll see if we can get that remedied.
It's all good.
You have a great text.
I do, man. There's so many good ones coming in. And this one comes from Rory in Lakeside. He says, good morning, gentlemen. Awesome show. Captain Jim, I remember seeing you at Seaforth when I worked in the tackle shop and the reel room as a kid during my summer employment down there in the late 90s and early 2000s. What would you say is your favorite piece of technology that has changed the approach to fishing? That's his question for you. And it says, thanks, Corey. Mission Bay was wide open from the shore and spotties. Friday went through about 15 3-inch MCs, up to about 17-inch spotties. How about that?
Whoa.
That's kind of cool, right?
It's a nice spot.
Bring it on. That comes from, again, Rory and Lakeside.
That's it. Well, the biggest improvement, there's no doubt about it, is Spectra. By far.
By
Okay.
far.
Yeah, by far.
Changed
No,
everything.
It's
it
not the
changed it.
sonar. It's not the gyros.
No, it's Spectra.
Spectre.
Wow.
Okay.
That's been, all these long range boats used to carry skiffs and stuff like
Oh,
that.
sure.
Because couldn't wind in the fish, had to put a guy in a boat and he'd go chase it down. Now the boats are just giant bobbers with Spectra. You can wind them in.
You mentioned that, and the first thing that comes to my mind when Spectra first hit the market,
Yeah.
the captains were so afraid.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't want it on the boat.
They're still afraid of it in Hawaii.
Really?
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii, really?
You guys have gone over there to sell reels and full of Spectra and said, we'll buy the reel as soon as you get the Spectra off.
Now,
No kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be darned.
but like you
Even
said,
though fishing that big tuna and stuff.
Yeah.
But they fish them with big 130s and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
but now Power Pro
Mhm.
is the basis, like you say, of our
Well,
foundation.
the
really.
first part of that Spectra stuff that came out was spider wire.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it would cut everybody's line off.
Oh, yeah.
A solid line, and you just put it a little bit in free spool, you cut everybody off.
well, the Spectra versus Mono, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's been the biggest thing in the last 25, 30 years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
Does everybody on your boat fish with Power Pro Spectra?
99%.
99%.
there's-
Very rarely you see.
You don't
Maybe
see
casting
anybody fishing a mono.
a surface iron or something like that. You
Yeah,
see the mono.
yeah, everybody
Yeah.
fishes Spectra
Yeah.
now. And
That's interesting. A lot of people would say gyro binoculars, side scan sonar.
the gyros are only good as the guys looking through them.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
that's one thing. The
Same
sonars
as-
have improved. I remember the first ones came out when they were just the only color you got on them was gold. That's all it was. The screen was gold. You couldn't really tell a lot.
Yeah.
Everything was gold. Now you can differentiate the colors and you can tell what kind of fish it is now.
Wow.
You know,
Size, everything.
yeah, but you still got to run across it.
Yeah.
you know.
So you got to drive over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, 332880973. Jeff's been busy this morning, but one line popped open. Let's jump back in the phones.
Let's do that, Pete. How about John? John calling from Escondido. Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup, John.
Hey, good morning. I've got a few times that I've got to fish with Jim or just be on the boat with Jim. We went a 22-day exploratory fishing trip, and you never seen anybody work harder on a boat, you know, teaching young guys, teaching old guys, you know, everything about it. I got to fish on your boat in October of 2024, and on a 2.5 day trip. Was a lot of fun. But my question is, in all your years of being on the water, what's the most interesting or scariest thing that, you know, a boat broke down and, you know, you're stuck, or, you know, you had to fix it to get going again?
Well, not a lot. I think last year before, we lost all battery power. I mean, and then once you lose battery, now all the engines, before they're all mechanical engines. Now everything's electronic. So you start losing battery power, you lose the engines. Everything. And it goes down one, down. And then you get down to the last one's drawing power as a generator. So it's very, very important right now that your battery power, especially on these boats nowadays, is keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
You know, when your chargers are working and stuff like that, but the chargers are only good as long as your generator's working.
Yeah.
And generators takes off, you're done.
Right.
You know, we end up getting towed in.
Yeah.
You know,
So a boat like the Royal Polaris or any of the boats that are going way down below, they'll have 2 generators.
Yeah, most of them have 2. Well, all of them have 2 generators.
Yeah.
You know, Royal Polaris has 3 main engines. They all got alternators on them.
Yeah.
Generators are, you know, 100 kW generators. So
Yeah.
they're working. They shift them back and forth. You know.
Right.
So and they all got battery power up the yin.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And what about the Cortez?
Cortez, we're all doubled up on batteries. You learn from experience.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a lot of different experiences, but that one was eye opener.
Yeah.
And so now we changed everything to where we can optimum see what we got at all times.
Yeah.
And so we're all doubled up on batteries. We got more battery power than we need. We just added about 600 pounds of weight. So
yeah. But you're not doing lithium batteries, are you?
No.
No. None of the boats really do run lithium, do they?
No. They have these gel batteries now. They're a little bit more expensive. They're supposed to be more of a lifetime battery.
Yeah.
You know, but
they last a long time.
Yeah. And there's no maintenance on them. So
that's nice.
I think guys might be switching over there pretty soon.
Interesting.
Yeah. To the gel battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you say, they'll last a long time. And they're safe and such like that. I heard a great text here from Rob in Seal Beach. I think he got a little confused this morning. Jim, you said your boat can run 21 knots. How fast do you normally run? And we were talking about the C4.
The original C4, which is the Western Pride. Yeah. That one did it on a trial run. No, we're basically a 10-knot boat.
Yeah.
We can kick it up and probably go 12 or 13 knots.
That's right.
We couldn't do 21 knots if we dropped it out of an airplane.
But that 10 knots, I mean, that's kind of the whole fleet. Right?
Yeah, that's the whole fleet.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically what it is. You know, a lot of the boats you go back in the 70s when fuel was 19 cents a gallon or 18 cents a gallon, guys ran them harder.
Yeah.
The engines didn't last as long.
Right.
You know, but everybody had Detroits back then. But now you got to switch over to Cummins, Cats, you know, John Deere's. So
what do you run on the?
We got John Deere's all the way
Deere's.
around.
Yeah. And what horsepower?
Those ones are rated at 600 horsepower each, and we've reduced it down to about 400 horsepower.
Now, why do you reduce them?
Because of fuel management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At 600 horsepower, we were burning 20 gallons an hour for each engine.
Each engine.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and now we're burning about 6 gallons an hour.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel!
Wow.
So we first put them in and we started running at them. I said, these things burn 20 gallons an hour. We can pull these things right back out.
How do you reduce the horsepower on it?
It's all electronic now. It's all by computer.
Oh, really?
All the electronic engines is all adjustable by a computer now.
How
interesting. You got a program, you plug it in, just like they do with your car. Okay, we're going to reduce it down.
You're kidding?
Wow.
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. Hey, we're going to be right back. More stories from Jim on the Cortez when we return.
You know what? We've got Frank waiting. So let's go ahead and talk to Frank.
I don't think
Good morning, Frank.
We don't need Frank waiting.
Yeah.
Good morning, Frank.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning,
Doing
Frank.
great.
Good.
Hey, you know what? I can't believe being, out of battery power is as bad because he'd have other boats around as being on the beach with the whole crew, his engine full of sand and the boat upside down, which to me would be pretty damn scary.
Yeah, that would be it.
I'll let him tell you the story. You guys take care.
Oh, Frank, bringing that up.
Oh boy.
See what he does.
Yeah, we're at Clipperton,
Uh-huh.
and we put people on the beach.
Yeah.
We had permission. Put them all on the beach. The weather got a little testy to get them back off,
Aha.
and so
Just came up. The wind came up. Swell came up.
we got the people off, but we had to leave all their gear on the beach.
Aha.
So we put all their gear in a pile and stuff like that, and the people had to walk out with a rope to get over the reef.
Oh.
And then Big D, Daryl was on there. He was just lifting them up like a crane and putting them in the skiffs. Yeah, and take them back to the boat. Got everybody
So
off.
they had to swim out, basically.
Well, no, they were just up to here.
Oh, okay.
In the water. And then we got everybody off, and we fished there for 5, 6, 7 days, and we could never get in there to get their stuff, get in stuff.
Wow.
It sat in there for a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're finally said, Frank, we can get in there right now. Today's a good day. We can get in there. So one of the guys and myself, we got in the skiff like that. And I'm looking back towards the boat. And I told him, I said, you look this way towards our marker because there's just a little cut in the reef where you can get the skiff in.
Uh-huh.
I said, when I tell you to go, you go. And so I'm watching the waves. And I said, okay, go. Well, and they're all tillers. So he guns it like that. Well, he almost falls off. The boat does a spin.
Oh.
Right, rolls the boat. We roll the boat over.
Oh.
Like he said, save me. I'm going to cut my arm off because the outboard.
Outboard's
He's
running.
halfway over. At the back of the stern. Of
And
the
who was
skiff.
running the skiff?
Ben.
Oh, Ben.
Ben. So the boat just rolls over.
Oh,
we
boy.
get all the way in there. It's full of sand, the
Oh.
coral reef and stuff like that.
Oh.
The motor's already been in the water, out of the water, in the
Oh.
water, out of the water. So we get the skiff all righted up, try to get all the coral sand up. I figured we ain't gonna be able to start this engine because it's just the outboard.
Yeah.
I took the cowling off. We went up and got all the people's stuff loaded up in the skiff. I took their waters out and I just rinsed off the engine and stuff like that. In the meantime, they put another skiff in the water because they know they're gonna have to tow us off.
Yeah.
Jonathan swam a rope in there.
Wow.
And to us, we got out and got the skiff tied up and we start towing it out. Well, we got all the stuff loaded up. I said, okay, go. And we're going. They're jumping over these waves.
Couldn't get the engine started.
Couldn't get the engine started. I said, I'm going to try to fire this thing up. No cowling on it. I fired it and it ran.
Whoa.
I said, just go. And it started up and we just kept going.
Got through, got out.
Had to have been a Yamaha.
It was actually.
I knew it. Hey, we're going to be right back. More great stories and having Jim Hughes from the Cortez in studio. So awesome. You're listening to Southern California Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup, not only on Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, but 97.3 The Fan.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at Fine Tackle Dealers.
Hi, this is Captain Ray Lopez, owner-operator of the American Angler. I've spent more than half my life aboard the American Angler along with my partners Brian and Lori, developing a team that's as good as it gets. I've been fortunate to spend time in the ocean with so many fine people that I look forward to fishing with. We can't thank you enough for being part of the American Angler family, and if you haven't joined us, we love the opportunity to meet you. Text or call Lori at 619-223-5414 or check AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com.
Get ready for the most exciting sports show of the year, the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Tackle, Boat, and Travel Show, presented by Geico. Now 2 great dates and locations. First, the giant 16th Annual Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, March 5th through the 8th at the OC Fair and Event Center in Costa Mesa. Then, the first annual Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, San Diego, March 19th to the 22nd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Check out hundreds of sport fishing exhibitors, manufacturers, tackle dealers, fishing boats, and fishing resorts, taking up the huge fairgrounds at both locations, plus fantastic seminars and free kids trout pond. Seminars featuring some of the top names in the industry, from catching giant bluefin, swordfish, calico bass, freshwater bass, trout, and more. Take advantage of incredible show specials from major tackle retailers and boat dealers. Talk to the top fishing travel destinations. Thursday, March 5th to Sunday, March 8th at the Orange County Fairgrounds in Costa Mesa, and in San Diego, March 19th to the 22nd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Presented by Geico. Check sportfishingfestival.com.
It's that time of year again. San Diego Monster Jam is back, and your San Diego County Ford dealers can get you close to the action. This month, Monster Jam is happening at Snapdragon Stadium on January 10th and 11th. Visit your local Ford dealer to take a test drive and receive exclusive complimentary pit passes for Monster Jam. That's right. Come drive a Ford F-150, Bronco, or Explorer and get those pit passes to see Gravedigger and Velociraptor up close and personal while supplies last. Visit buyfordnow.com to find your participating local San Diego County Ford dealer for Monster Jam pit passes today.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And
Some good stories here.
Having so much fun.
I wonder if Frank's going to call in and tell you, hey, Jim,
I don't
tell
know
this story, right?
Right, exactly. Oh, my gosh.
Well, I think it's time for the catch report.
It is, and it's brought to us by Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. It's a place to fill up your car, truck, and boat with the lowest in diesel and gas prices. And did you know that Summit is also the place to get the lowest prices on ice and snacks for your trip? Over 40 snacks, all at 89 cents, and as well as sandwiches and frozen bait as well. Ice is nearly half the price of others, and at $3.99. And Jim, that's not for a 20-pound bag. That's for a 25-pound bag. And I can't believe they're still offering this. If you fill up with 35, is it 35 gallons? 100 pounds of free ice, man. How about that, right? Exactly.
Only your truck and your boat.
Only at the San Diego Sports Arena, Summit Gasoline, and they have the best car wash as well for $6, man.
Really good car wash.
Exactly. It's just right there. You can get your gasoline price and free ice and always the best prices.
Summit Gasoline's the best.
They're right there. And we've got Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, Mr. Brian Woolley. Good morning, Captain.
Hey, good morning, guys. What's up? What's up, Rambo?
Good morning, Brian. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Your name came up the other day, actually.
Oh.
Mike and I were driving to the shipyard, and we're talking about new tanks, bait tanks on the Sum Fun, and I'm pretty sure, didn't you just build some a couple years ago for the Sea Watch? I think I remember seeing something like that.
Yes, we did.
For those guys. I'm like, I might have to call Rambo and pick his brain on that, get some some insight. But hey, good week up here for us. More of the same. Some calico bass fishing, sand bass fishing, just classic January week. Half the anglers fish 60 to 62 degree water. It's still got some temp to it, which is good for those guys. So some decent sand bass and calico action for their efforts this week. Live baits on sliding sinkers did well for the calico bass. Most of that fish is still sitting kind of mid water. It hasn't quite made its way down to the bottom yet. So guys fishing rubber lures with lighter lead heads, catching a little bit of that as well. Dropper loop setups, caught some nice sand bass. Plenty of sheephead being caught and released for those guys, and a few halibut mixed in as well for those anglers, getting the live bait, that live sardine down to the bottom. Guys have also dropped a little bit of, line class size, fishing like 8 to 12 pounds, a little more finesse, easier to get a bait to look a little bit more natural and, just kind of entice the bite that way. And then out deeper on the hard bottom, it's been plenty of sculpin, whitefish, sand dabs, stuff like that. So good counts for those guys wanting to focus on that opportunity. Dropper loops and some rubber lures been best for that sculpin. Just kind of status quo on that whole opportunity for us this week. Also out, the Fury, Captain Marcus just dropped his schedule. He's not running until April, but he does have a good set of dates up and online there. If guys want to jump on some of those early dates and get their names in that, I think that Rockfish opener and some of that stuff, he'll be at Clemente chasing that stuff around and seeing what that opportunity is out there as well. So other than that, maintenance mode, just routine winter week up here for us. So if you guys want to hop on a trip, give the landing a call here. Our number 949-496-5794, or of course, you can hit us on the web as well at danawharf.com.
Wow. Good fishing. And I can't believe that water temperature.
Yeah, no, it's
just
staying
unbelievable,
good.
right?
Yeah, and
Here
for
we
them
are.
guys up there, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They can keep on the sand bass and the calico bass fishing.
It's almost February.
I mean, it's changed a little bit since you had your boat up here, Rambo, but it's we're still catching.
You got it. Very
There
good.
you go. All right. Well, Captain Brian Woolley, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, always great stuff there at Dana Wharf, and we will talk to you next Sunday.
All right, guys. Have a great week.
Take
All
care,
right.
Brian.
Thanks. Appreciate that very much. I'm not sure if Gundy's going to be around, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump back in the phones. Corey.
Right. I can't wait for Gundy's report, man. Hopefully he calls in with a surf report. Let's talk to Alex. Alex calling from San Carlos. Appreciate you joining us on Let's Talk Hookup, Alex.
Hey, good morning, guys. I don't know much about the Cortez. I mean, I've heard great things about it. And I was trying to see if you guys have a meal plan. And the second thing I was going to ask, so I have an 80-pound rig, but with solid spectra. So I wasn't really sure, but I wasn't really sure if you guys prefer doing like a bimini twist for a connection or like an FG knot. I don't really know the pros and cons.
Yeah, we do have meal plans for the open parties, but most of the charter groups and stuff like that, meals are included, and I try to include it on the open party trips too. Nice. So it's priced as well. I don't want to have people have to dig out of their pocket every 5 minutes,
Sure.
As far as solid spectra, no, that's not an issue at all. There's a lot of people that fish solid spectra, and there's a preferable, knots to use. And I'm not saying that any knot is better than the next. Tied properly, they all work well.
Yeah.
So
What's
you
the
can
knot?
use a bimini twist.
What's the knot did you do?
Well, if he's going to use a loop-to-loop leader and stuff, you're going to do a twist, a bimini.
Right.
If you're going to change leaders or whatever, stuff like that. But you can get a FG knot.
You like that better than the RP knot?
I use the RP knot a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with a solid. So
works.
Yeah.
They both work. But like you say, you got to tie it properly and test your knot.
Test your knot.
Yeah.
I mean, and you'll know if you tie it properly. If that thing's starting to slip at all, then you're going to try something else. You got to put another loop in it or something.
Get something different. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. It does free up 833-288-0973. It's been a busy morning on the fan. Jeff's keeping Jeff busy over there. I have a great text here from John in Huntington Beach. He says he wants to hear more stories. So he says, awesome show. As always, who gave you the nickname Rambo? What's the story behind that?
That's a good question.
Jeez. I think it was Ron Sato. I mean, this is back a long time ago. Yeah.
Because you've had the nickname
forever. Yeah. But I think it was Ron Sato because he built me a couple fishing rods and he put Rambo rods on them because I always carried a hammer and duct tape down to the boat. So, and when we started a project on a boat, we didn't stop. We just we'd go. Oh no, I'm tired. No, we're going. Let's get this done.
Get it done. Yeah.
That's all.
So that's how you got it.
Basically, I think
so that dates back to the 60s?
No, I would say
late 80s.
It
was in the 90s for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
the 80s.
That's pretty cool.
Such a cool guy, Jim.
You have a good one too, Corey, huh?
I do, man. There's a lot coming through.
Yeah,
good morning, Pete, Corey, and Jim. Captain Jim is just an amazing guy. Question is for Rambo. What's the most wildest and amazing thing you've seen on the water? And have you ever seen a whale shark? And that comes from Jason in San Diego.
I've seen plenty of whale sharks.
Yeah.
I've stood on them.
Have you really?
Yeah.
How close to locally? Like,
I've seen some up here to the Cortez Bank.
Okay.
And I've seen some here. Yeah. And we had one in La Jolla there for, it must have been for 2 weeks.
No
Just
kidding.
hung around the La Jolla Cove.
Interesting.
So there's some been up there.
and then what about the most, as he said, the most wildest, crazy thing?
Wow. There's been a lot.
Orcas?
Haven't seen the orcas eating the dolphins.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot about them. I would say, the finback whales chasing blue whales.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
You can't catch them, but we kicked the boat up several times trying to chase these things.
Yeah.
But finbacks will chase the blue whales.
Like push them out of the area?
No,
maybe?
like in a
Just
line.
like a fun, like
Just
having
a
fun
wait.
or something?
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Well, they know they mate together now. The genetics have shown that blue whales and finback whales.
There's cross.
Yes, they cross.
They really?
Yes.
No kidding.
They found that several times now.
Interesting, because they're the two largest creatures in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But chasing the wake that they it's like a battleship wake.
Really?
I mean, it goes fast. And I kicked it up trying to chase those things, and you can't catch
keep up
them.
with
No.
When you say a wake, I mean they're actually bulbous, pushing
They're
water.
right on top. And all you see is slicks and white water.
That's crazy.
It is, absolutely.
Like a submarine, literally. I mean, that's crazy.
Another thing is
Yeah.
up there at Frank's Ranch.
Okay.
He built a lake up there.
Yes.
He's got bass in it.
He loves the green bass fishing.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I go visiting. We're on our way. The boat's up in Oregon. We go by the ranch. He goes, "You want to see something? You want to see all my bass?" So we drive all the way down to his pond. He goes, "Watch this." And he's got like, I don't know, one of those four-wheeler with like a truck bed.
Yeah.
And he's got this, you go by this little shack and pick up his fish food and stuff like that. And we start driving around this lake, and these bass come up, and it's like a yellowtail wedge.
Come on.
They follow
the truck
all the way
around?
around. I mean, and it gets more and more and more and more. You got to drive all the way over to his dock, and they start throwing this stuff, and it's a full-on foam.
That's
They're
is it
programmed.
pellet food or what is it?
Yes, pellet food and stuff like that. But I mean, you just watch this wedge. It looks like a yellowtail wedge, and it follows all the way around the tulies. Everything. They follow this truck.
Those
all the way
bass are
around.
getting big in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That is hilarious.
Yes.
And then do you go fishing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And they bite.
Yeah, they bite.
Oh.
That's a good thing. So I didn't know that the blue whales and the finback whales are crossbreeds.
Yeah.
That's
I run the 2 ecology trips on the
Yeah.
Royal, and then I've run several other trips down there in the lagoons and the islands and stuff like that. We hear a lot of different whale experts and mammal experts.
Yeah.
And that's they
And what's
absolutely
a
do.
cross between a fin and a blue look like?
They
like
look
more of the characters.
No,
of the fin?
I think they got a little bit bigger fin.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wow.
But they found they crossed, and it's not doesn't seem to be amaze anybody anymore.
That's amazing.
That's some good stuff, Jim, man. Hey, we've got an entire another hour. Join us right here on the Let's Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live. We've got more with Jim Hughes when we return, also on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, this is Captain Benny Florentino, owner-operator of Coastal Charters. Just want to announce that I'll be running the Camus 26 hybrid boat from West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. Hybrid being a center console with bay boat features. The boat features a Michael Peters stepped hull that'll give both myself and my guests a comfortable dry ride. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa will be carrying the 26 hybrid, 28 hybrid, and also a 34 cat. Heck, they even have some great looking bass boats. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call Nick Kelly or Kyle Mesa at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa, and we'll see you on the water.
Take it from Captain Benny Florentino. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa is your source for Camus boats, as well as Parker boats, Yamaha outboards, and now Mercury outboards. Sales and service, the finest you can find. Go see Nick and the guys at West Coast Marine on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check westcoastmarine.com.
Are you ready for reliability? Then you're ready for a Yamaha outboard. And there's no better time to jump on board than during our Ready for Reliability sales event. From now until March 31st, 2026, eligible new Yamaha 30 to 450 horsepower outboards get 2 additional years of warranty protection for a total of up to 7 years of warranty coverage. Plus, Yamaha 2.5 to 25 horsepower outboards come with up to $200 in dealer credit. Get ready to enjoy Yamaha reliability with a new outboard today. Visit your local Yamaha dealer for details. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Offer ends March 31st, 2026. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models excluded. 24-month Yamaha extended service added to 36 or 60-month factory limited warranty. Choice offered to Florida residents is a 24-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
When you're pursuing big game fish, the right gear is essential. Not just the rod, reel, and line, but the right pair of binoculars too. So upgrade your gear to the best pair of Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right there at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? Fujinon Stabiscopes are the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon TechnoStabi TSX 1440s deliver rock-steady vision, even in rough waters, perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they'll be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all in-stock Fujinon binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which ones are right for you. They even have compact and lightweight Fujinon stabilized binoculars for your next vacation or hunting trip. You know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars, so get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
This is Jake Cronenworth from the San Diego Padres.
Cronenworth to third, standing with a 3-run triple. The Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan and Odyssey Sports Station. This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock Cod, Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
And welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan. Pete Gray here, along with Corey Sandin, who's co-hosting today with Captain Jim Hughes from the Cortez. And boy, we're having a great time. And man, Jim came bearing gifts as he does every year for us, and we're very grateful for that.
He certainly did, Pete. And for one lucky caller or texter today, we'll flip a coin. Jim's got the coin right here.
All right.
Here, right there. We're going to flip that at the end of the show. For a lucky caller or texter is getting a trip, not only for one, but to bring a buddy for two, right? Two people on the Cortez, whether that's any open party trip. It could be a day and a half, could be a 2.5 day trip.
Yeah. Just call Jim and he'll get you set up.
Set you up
with his.
And I know in the past, Jim, you've incorporated it maybe on a charter,
Right?
Or,
yeah.
you know,
If we have some openings on a charter,
Yeah.
you know, and if it fits their date, then we'll be glad to do.
You'll
that
make it
too.
work.
Sure, absolutely.
Jim,
All my groups are very exceptional to. I know what kind of person to put with what kind of group.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see it. I like you sporting the new AFCO Cortez sport fishing sweatshirt.
Absolutely.
Those are cool. And
Yeah.
it's got the little cell phone pocket in the front
Yep.
there.
And
yeah,
full on.
full on deal there.
Yep.
Those AFCO.
Yep.
Is that a Reaper?
Yes.
It's a Reaper. Yeah,
Reaper.
And they're so warm.
They are
super comfortable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
And so, do you sell those on
Yeah,
the boat?
absolutely.
You do.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Along with
So-
regular sweatshirts, t-shirts.
The
long
regular,
sleeves,
yeah. I still have my regular sweatshirt.
Rambo wearing the Reaper.
The rare and the Reaper.
That sounds
There
kind
you
of
go.
scary.
Yeah. Hey, thanks to Captain Brian Woolley from Dana Moore
Yeah.
Sport Fishing, talking about the blue and fins
Yes.
crossbreeding. He says why every blue contains a bit of fin whale, and he says that crossbreeding between blue and fin whales has been far more prevalent than had previously been realized, and now likely to have long-term consequences for the Earth's biggest animals, according to a new study that finds have surprising the team of Canadian and Norwegian scientists. So I guess it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem surprising to any of the whale people that we carry, the mammal people that we
Yeah.
carry on the ecology trips.
Yeah.
So
Pretty amazing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Brian, for doing that. And of course, they do a lot of the ecology trips out of Dana Moore Sport Fishing,
absolutely.
so-
They do a lot of whale trips.
yeah,
and stuff like
yeah. And you do some on the RP, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I run the 2 8-day trips down in the lagoon.
Yeah.
Um,
Are those pretty cool?
they're absolutely pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a different hat on, but I mean, we leave here in the middle of the night. We get in Ensenada. We clear in Ensenada. We go down to West Bonitas and let the people off the island for a day. Then we leave there that evening and we get down to the lagoon, spend 3 days in the lagoon with the gray whales.
Wow.
So everybody's getting to fondle with the gray whales.
Yeah.
And then we leave there after 3 days, go up to Cedars Island, let the people off at Cedars for a day, let them hike in the canyons and along
Yeah.
the beach and stuff, and then leave there and we go up to San Martin, and if there's time, we'll let them off there on the island for a few hours.
Are those usually open party trips on the?
We have one open party trip that we
RP?
had last year.
Yeah.
And that turned into a charter this year.
Okay.
And then we always carry Cabrillo aquarium from Long Beach area.
Oh, okay.
And we've carried them for years and years and
They
years.
charter
and
the
years.
boat.
Yeah, they charter the boat.
Wow, those just sound like a
right
life experience.
It's, we had people come out on the open party trips, or they come out on the Cabrillo trips. The husband brings the wife saying, I'm only here because she wanted to come.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and go, wow, that was a lot better than I ever thought it was.
I'm trying to figure out getting off on Benito's how I could sneak in a
There
travel
you go.
run.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, can you imagine the calico fishing from the shore there?
No.
I actually
Holy
could.
mackerel. Yeah. Let's jump into the phone, Corey.
Let's do that. How about Robert calling from Canyon Country? Good morning, Robert. Appreciate you joining us.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Robert.
So, great friend of mine, the real Mike from Torrance, won the trip on the Cortez a couple of years ago, and I was lucky enough to be invited. And I just got to say, the boat, incredible. There was 13 of us. It was an awesome trip. Rambo is incredible. He's in the wheelhouse. He's on the bait tank. He's standing next to me while I'm fishing. He gaffed every one of my fish, and he bled them all. The guy is a monster. It was the best trip of my season last year, and I just want to thank Rambo. Incredible trip, incredible boat, incredible food. I can't go on as much as I really need to. Just thank you, Rambo. It was an awesome trip. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We appreciate the comments, and we always hope we can serve every single person that comes on the boat the same way.
If you ever, how old are you now?
Old.
I don't think he's old. So, you and I are the same age.
Yeah.
But this guy's a stud. I mean, I've seen him work on his boat, and he's a stud. They did no slowing you down.
No, well, you know what they say about the moss and growing under
Yeah,
your
that's
feet and stuff.
Yeah, he's doing great. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Thank you very much.
Great text here, and it's a good one from Kathleen in Ocean Beach. She says, explain more about the room and sleeping arrangements on the Cortez.
On the Cortez is all open berthing.
Open berthing.
We have very large bunks. That's why we don't carry as many people.
Yeah, you carry 12, 14 people.
Yeah. They're almost twin and queen size back bunks down the middle and so forth. The outside bunks are a little bit smaller, but there's still plenty of room on them.
Yeah. So very lady friendly on the boat.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We have curtains on quite a few of the bunks.
Okay.
So we've had many women come out and go fishing with us.
I'm sure.
And they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
They tell me if they don't.
They do. That's cool.
Yeah.
So nice. You get a nice double wide bunk.
Yep. And we provide blankets and pillows. A lot of boats we have you bring your own, and we never did that. We clean all the linens and the pillows every trip.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
It's the crew, I'd say, bust their butt. They get all the blankets, stuff like that. I take it off, get it to the cleaners and stuff like that. I pick up. I have 3 sets.
Okay.
So I rotate around.
Wow. You have a good text, huh?
Actually, I went through quite a few, Pete. No, I'm having a tough time.
Well, let's jump into the phones.
Let's do that. For sure. How about Baja Ben? Good morning, Ben.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
I just wanted to say thanks for the trip. I was happy to be one of the recipients of one of the giveaway trips, and I took my friend Paul, and man, it was awesome. I can't wait to get out there again. I'll definitely be bringing another brisket with me.
All right.
My main question is if there's anything new to the boat this year. I'm really looking forward and trying to get a trip out there with also my friend Rudy and Russell. They're the ones that race on your boat too.
I don't think there's going to be anything new. It's probably stuff you won't notice. But we're doing a lot of internal work and stuff like that. Hopefully, we have some new electronics. It'll be up in the wheelhouse, but other than that,
what?
Huh? We put in some time zero. We're putting in the 20 and the 50 meter depth things and
wow,
ocean view.
Whoa!
So we're trying to cover all the bases. We don't have any excuses.
It's those unseen. It's those unseen things by the passengers that are usually the most important.
Well, they are, and and I want to try to keep the boat safe and everything. So got all the safety equipment and everything.
Yeah.
Bringing everything up to date.
Absolutely. So. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Thank you.
It's a good text from Matt in L.A. Here's the guy who is the mentor to so many fishing people. But Matt wants to know who your mentors were in the fishing world.
That's a good question.
When I started off, I had to beg for a job. I was 68. I was 12, 13 years old. So I was just going down there every day. Can I get a job? Can I get a job?
You grew up there in San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I came down from Torrance.
Torrance. Okay.
And, but going fishing and stuff like that. So I'd go down and ask. I was working on the Reuben E. Lee when they built it, and I started washing dishes there. But I'd still go over and Seaford and ask for a job. And then Bob Pellman and Mac told me to go away.
And the Reuben E. Lee was the vessel they had at the end of Harbor Island as a restaurant.
Yeah. As a restaurant, yeah.
The paddle wheel.
That's right, the paddle wheel boat.
Oh,
and then I'd ride my bike. I was living up there by Campus Street by the Education Center. I ride my bike every day down there. And finally they gave me a job. They were building the docks at Seaforth.
Yeah.
Where it is now. Dave Stout was working there building the docks, and I was running nails and plywood down while he was building the docks. Yeah, that was my first job. So as far as fishing wise, well, Pellman showed me a lot about mechanics and what the boats need and stuff like that. And then I worked with Jay Sterling, fishing albacore for years and years and years in the summertime. In the wintertime, doing whatever I could until I got out of high school.
So did you fish albacore on the
original New Seaforth? The original New Seaforth.
And that's what a lot of people don't know or remember is our sport boats would take their off season.
Yes.
And fish commercial albacore.
Commercial albacore. And then back then, we also had the Yellowtail Derby.
That's right.
Which was around Day at the Docks time?
I don't think they had Day at the Docks even then.
Okay.
Back then.
Okay.
It was the Yellowtail
Derby.
The Yellowtail Derby.
And that was a crazy time, right?
Yeah. Al Coupe was, I think it was Channel 8 or Channel 10, would do the fishing reports every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that helped develop. And then the biggest Yellowtail qualified, if you want to qualify your Yellowtail. And then they'd have a derby.
Yeah.
At 1 day derby or 2 day derby for the biggest Yellowtail. And whoever won that, I mean, back then they gave away a car,
wow,
2 televisions,
wow,
stuff like that.
Wow.
And then
back when TVs cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the off season they'd fish sea bass in the flats.
Yeah.
Summertime.
Back before the Tijuana River was dumping all the stuff.
Yes. Yeah. There's good sea bass fishing, and there was actually some good yellowtail fishing in the flats area too.
Wow.
Bobby Fletcher was running the Loan.
Yeah.
Back then. I don't know how he fit in there, but he did.
Yeah.
And I worked for him for a few trips, squid fishing, nighttime stuff,
Wow. And that was all commercial?
No.
Okay.
No, it was just to get for
Just
the next
sport
day.
fishing.
Right.
Just what we're going to have for bait for the next day and stuff.
Leave at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Go to Coronado Islands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So there's a lot
Amazing
of changes.
times.
You don't do that anymore.
No. Pretty amazing. Well, let's jump back on the phones.
Let's do that, Pete. How about Ryan? Ryan called from Irvine. Good morning, Ryan. Appreciate you joining us.
Good morning, Ryan.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. My question is for Captain Jim. When you were running back then on the long range scene, what was night fishing like back then compared to it is now with the bluefin?
Well, it's longer now with this bluefin thing because you're fishing. It's a 24-hour fishery, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. When you're long range fishing back then, well, the bluefin didn't bite. Nobody knew these things bit at nighttime.
Nobody. They were there.
Yeah.
They just didn't know.
Yeah, there was guys. I heard guys say I would shoot the guy that invented long range dark fishing. But now that's what it is. Dark fishing. It bites better right now. That's what it is.
And probably always has, right?
It probably always has.
Yeah.
Until one guy dropped a jig in the middle of the night and said, hey, I got 8 or 10 of these things. Let's try this. And
Messed the whole thing up.
starting a whole new thing, like we said.
Yeah.
when one thing changes, another thing starts. It's
Yeah.
just the way it is.
It's fishing.
But but back then, I mean, we'd fish at night. We'd go fish the Laos Rocks and stuff like that. Catch a bunch of yellowtail, nighttime fish the banks. Catch stuff at nighttime, but not like it is now.
Yeah.
Now you're driving all over the ocean trying to get on a school of bluefin, and everybody's up in the bow ready to go and getting soaked and wet and cold. But that's where you got to make a catch.
Yeah.
I mean, for many years, bluefin was like the golden guppy.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
if you were
yeah.
on the albacore bite or a mixed tuna
You
bite,
caught
it
a
could-
bluefin?
it was
Yeah.
a big
Like
deal.
you catch a white sea bass?
We
Wow.
had a trip where we got the albacore were biting full speed. We got all fixed up, and that bigger bluefin started pushing things away. Steve Lewis was running the Royal, and we were out the Butterfly, and then they left in the morning, and we had no more. I mean, basically no more room. I mean, that bigger bluefin at 75 to 150 pound bluefin was biting. It just pushed the albacore right out of the way, and they came in there, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to come slide in." And they knocked yourself out. We're all done. We're out of bait.
Wow.
And he came in. I think they had 40 or 50 or 60 of them, from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till dark.
What about big eye?
We've had a lot of good big eye bites in
Yeah.
the past. There was a big kelp down there in San Patilla and Brian Chiara.
when they were on the Pacific Queen.
On a Pacific Queen.
Yeah.
And we were sharing a kelp there for like a week and a half. And Roy Sr. was on there.
Ship Ahoy Roy.
Ship Ahoy Roy. He was catching them on a hand line.
Wow.
And they're all at 50 to 65, 70 pound big eye.
Incredible.
I mean, they swim right through just like mackerel, real slow around the boat. And they'd bite a bait and it was game on.
What happened to those things?
Nothing. They're a deep cold water fish.
Yeah.
They really are a cold water fish. I mean, big eye, they're down there.
So if we
down below.
see some albacore, we might see some big eye.
You might, who knows? It's another thing or nobody's fishing for.
Cycle.
Could be another cycle.
Yeah.
So it was up on kelp patties for a while and then down. They're a deep, like I said, deep water fish.
Yeah.
We caught them down the equator when I was commercial fishing. That was mostly all big eye down there.
Wow.
That's been pretty much wiped out, because they put all them fad buoys.
Yeah.
for the
And
prisoners.
caught all the juveniles.
All the juveniles.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been a big thing.
Wiped it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that might affect it up here.
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah. no
100%.
question.
But they exist out to the west as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
right?
No, yeah, absolutely. Out in Hawaii areas.
Like off the fad,
predominant,
not on the fad buoys, but
Yeah.
away from that
Away- yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they come back.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, please, and thank you.
Yeah. So time to talk about a place where the fish are always biting, and that's Point Loma Seafoods, right here next to San Diego.
Why do you have to
Landings
kill me,
in Point Loma. Oh man, I was there the other day, and hard to believe. Here we are in the middle of January, and they still had fresh black sea bass.
Oh.
Mhm.
I mean, black sea bass is my favorite,
Mhm.
and they have it on a regular basis at Point Loma Seafood. But they also had Alaskan halibut. They had local halibut. They had fresh grouper. The other thing that blows my mind is you can go in there and buy perfectly filleted vermilion rockfish, red
Mhm.
rockfish,
Yeah.
for like a lot less than like you'd think. I mean, you can buy a whole bunch of it, and it's so much easier than going out there and catching it and filleting it yourself.
Mhm.
It's probably one of the best bargains around.
If
when it
you
comes
have
to fishing.
family in town
Yeah.
or any of that kind of thing, it's not only a spectacle to take them there.
Yeah.
It's the best plated lunch you'll ever have.
Oh, no question. What's your favorite there?
For sure. I was there 2 weeks ago. The three of us, guess what we ordered? All of us had the squid plate.
Squid plate. What about you, Jim?
Squid plate.
You're the squid plate guy.
Or squid sandwich.
Yeah.
Squid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't go
I like
wrong.
it when it was the big fillet.
Yeah.
A squid now
It's
smaller,
stripped.
just stripped up.
Yeah.
When there was the big fillets, when all that big squid was around.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll go back to it when it comes back.
When it
I
comes
don't know.
available.
There's you cannot find it like that. You could try to replicate that at home.
No.
Good luck.
But you can't. It's
can't.
because they have the secret sauce. They have the
Yes.
secret
And it's
coating
cooked
for
right.
it, and it's cooked right.
If
they
and
know
if
how
you
to do it.
if you really want a treat, stop by.
And then the sourdough bread too.
Yes.
Oh my God. they put it on.
their smoked fish case.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
yeah. I love this the salmon candy.
We're talking
That stuff is-
albacore.
Yeah.
Smoked albacore.
Oh yeah. Everything. Point Loma Seafoods. I mean, the sushi there, the sushi guy there is phenomenal. He's a top-notch sushi guy. All of it's good. Point Loma Seafoods, right next to the San Diego landings, right there in Point Loma.
It's just as much of a show.
It
Oh,
is.
no
there.
question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
you've never been or
It's an
you've got
attraction.
family in town, it's. I mean, they're
It's impressive.
The plates are $15-$18 a plate,
Yeah.
and it's more than you could eat. I promise you.
No, it's a phenomenal place. Go check it out. Point Loma Seafood's right next to the San Diego landings. Hey, Brian in San Diego writes, all of us have been on trips on sport boats and private boats where finding fish was tough. I'm curious to hear how Captain Rambo, sometimes his experiences, and how do you fill these situations up with fish?
Go a different direction.
Go a different direction.
I go west.
Okay.
If that fish got lost a lot this year. I mean, it was biting that 50, 60 pound fish and it disappeared for 3, 4, 5 days.
So you just go where everybody else isn't.
Yeah. Just go.
Start looking.
Everybody does. You know, you gotta move. So, and I always say west is best. So
West is best.
Yeah.
Isn't that how Steve Loomis came up with the?
That's right. That's his Westy. Yep.
And so how often does that pay off for you?
I would say probably 60 to 70%.
That's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
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 And then if you get people to spread out,
you're going to find something.
And somebody will say, hey, I found him over here.
Oh, that's right. I mean, and nowadays with the social media and everything, it's a matter of hours before they find somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, all the guys have their own little groups they work with.
Yeah.
But all in all, everybody's got friends that are on every boat. You know. So.
Do you have Starlink on your boat?
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. That's a game changer, right?
It is absolutely 100% a game changer.
Are the passengers allowed to use it?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
They use it.
Okay.
You know, I'll find out. I'll look at it and see there's 5 guys, 8 guys on it.
Okay.
You know, so
all right.
It's really nice on that Royal because everybody they have 2. So one for the passengers, one for the crew.
Oh, okay. So. That's pretty cool.
Doubled up.
Yeah.
Doubled up.
It's changed life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
There's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and jump back in the phones, Corey. One line open. Believe it or not, it's been a busy morning here. 833-288-0973.
And we're giving away a trip for 2. So the winner
on the Cortez,
right? On the Cortez, it could be a day and a half, could be a 2.5,
Yeah.
whatever open party trip is available.
Correct.
On the Cortez,
Yes.
At a Seaforth. And let's go to Joe. Joe's calling from San Pedro, or is it San Pedro? Which one is it?
Could be both.
Pedro.
Pedro.
Do you talk to the guys at 22nd Street?
Yeah.
Pedro.
Pedro. Let's see what Joe says. Good morning, Joe.
Pedro.
There we go.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Good morning,
First,
Joe.
I have a comment and a question. Okay. The comment regarding earlier in the show about the Hawaiians and braided line. I just sold a reel to someone there from, and I told him I couldn't send it to him on the airline with a buddy of mine because of a security with the line. He says, "Oh no, don't worry about it. Take that line off. I don't want it. Keep their Spectra. I don't want it."
That's it. We had one of the long range fishermen that rode with us for years, Roger Hotry, and he had 10 or 12 50 wides. He moved over there, and he moved all the way. He was going to sell some of them over there and all full of Spectra. And I said, "We'll buy the reels as soon as you get rid of the Spectra." They didn't
Get
want
it out.
no
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of it.
That's crazy,
That
Joe.
was something. And the question, you know, primarily for trolling. My question is, you know, I know many times we could slow troll a mackerel, or we're pulling a Rapala, an X-Rap or something. But unlike yellowfin, is there anything you know of that works that is in a form of like a daisy chain feather that yellowtail would hit? You know, you always hear yellowtail jumping on the Rapala or something like that. You know, do you know of anything that really is known to work? I mean, I'm sure they'll eat anything if they're hungry, but I'm just curious.
No, we've been using those X-Wraps and the bigger ones even in this last long range trip. You know, and
Right. I mean, if it works, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, the yellowtail were biting it. You know, if you go through a school of them or stop on a school of them, you know, or close to them, they were biting it.
Yeah.
So that's been working. I don't see any big change of that. The bluefin. I've seen the biggest change in the last couple of years using those and catching bluefins on the jig.
On the
and
Mad
trolling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That whole Mad Max.
Mad Max stuff. They're trolling. That Mad Max can get it really ridiculous, and the guys troll them way far back.
Way far back.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
It's-
kind of out of control.
Yeah, and they say, they got to troll them fast. We've got bid on them trolling 7 knots.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
On the Mad Max.
yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Bluefin biting a jig.
Yeah,
That's
a
unheard
lot.
of back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. All right. Well, who do we have, Corey?
I see Yusuf there, man. We've
Hey.
got our fishdope.com report. And it's brought to us by the Fish Pros of Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. It's where you get your premier processing experience. You can check out the easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. And with more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity and the finest customer service. You can stop by the location in Old Town on Taylor Street, or just check them out at fishermansprocessing.com. And don't forget to make your reservations today.
For sure. Hey, good morning, Joseph.
Good morning, guys. How we doing today?
Good morning.
Great. How's the fishing?
It's good. The story is bass fishing, whitefish, and sand dabs. So it's that time of year. I'm going to start up north around Santa Cruz. It's been really good for whitefish. Live squid is the name of the game up there, as well as sand dabs in 450 to 800 feet of water. Santa Monica Bay, sculpin are biting real well on the El Segundo pipe in 40 to 200 feet of water. The whitefish are at the out front spot. It's a wide open bite. These are smaller fish. Palos Verdes down to Newport Beach. Iser's Reef is finding some good grade of sand bass. So sand bass are starting to show up. Normal deal, leadhead with a piece of squid. Whitefish and sculpin have been over on the Santa Ana River pipe, biting pretty good. Halibut are starting to show up again as well. There have been some fish caught up to 30 pounds in the area. Sand dab fishing is wide open in 450 feet to 700 feet of water. Catalina Island, there's still some fishing to be had over there. Along the front, there is some smaller bonitas still hanging around. These are like 2-pound units, but they are still fairly thick. There are some bigger schools of 4 to 7 pound fish scattered around the island. Backside of the island, the bass fishing has been pretty good, picking up day by day here with the weather. People are catching mostly on swim baits. There have been some halibut caught on the backside as well. That bite is starting to pick up, but no huge scores as of today. San Clemente Island, there is still a little bass bite going on there. I know you got to be, I think it's 300 yards off and check for closed areas over there. Backside of the island, the calico bite is pretty good in the kelp line and at the Boiler Rocks. Dana Point to Oceanside, calico fishing and sand bass fishing has been pretty fair. Nothing to scream about. La Jolla has been pretty good for action. It's probably the best topwater surface action in SoCal right now. Still some big bonita. They're getting them up to 12 pounds.
Wow.
The majority of them are about 4 to 5 pounds, but there are some sluggers in there. The best zones still seem to be off La Jolla Canyon in about 150 feet of water up to Torrey Pines. There have been some yellowtail caught in the area, like as big as 40 pounds as well.
Jumbo.
Most of them are
Home
caught
guards.
up near the northwest corner and hotel spot. And a lot of it has been taken all different ways, trolled max, dropper loops, sardines, but they are starting to bite and they are starting to pop up. Imperial Beach, there is a decent sand bass bite on the pipe, so that's starting up again. Seems like we're getting into early spring here. Rock Pile has been biting good for lingcod, sheephead, and whitefish, and your normal red rockfish down there. If you need to get out and get some rockfish. Down below, Santa Tomas area, they are catching large bonita down there off the pongas, 10 to 12 pounds. The quality of the reds is really good too. And they're catching some bigger lingcod. These fish, the bonito, are spread out from Punta Banda down to South Santa Tomas. That's all I got for you today, guys.
Wow, what's going on in the real estate game?
It's crazy. I've been working, I think, going on week 4 straight. Missing duck hunting every weekend, but it's worth it. Just getting crazy. I think I'm going to get out Wednesday, hopefully, and shoot the last day of duck season here. But it's really picking up. People are wanting to sell. Things are moving. Open houses are getting flooded again. Rates are great. They keep bouncing, but we were below 6% for about a week. It keeps bouncing up over and then back down. But it should it should level out here at the end of the first quarter, we're hoping. and we start doing some loans in the 5% range, and that's really going to kick the market off and get things moving again, and probably bidding up houses and the whole deal. But all that is coming again soon, it seems like.
That's great. Hey, what about nature-fed beef? Do you have any yet?
We don't have an order. We have some cows going in, I think this probably tomorrow. We still have about a cow and a half left on this next order. If anybody's interested, go to naturefedbeef.com and you can use the code Hookup for $250 off. But yeah, we do have an order coming in. If you ordered, let's say today, you'd get it in about 5 weeks.
Wow, stuff is great.
And people don't realize. I mean, they're grass finished, which is
grass fed, grass finished.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the lingo of grass fed, but that doesn't mean that they spent the last year of their life the same condition.
Yeah, flavor is amazing.
Yeah, our cows are sitting out in a field free ranging. You know, we actually don't grass feed them. Instead, it's still considered a grass fed product, but we finish them on potatoes instead of giving them some grass product.
Yellow.
And those potatoes are grown on the same farm, gives you that yellow fat still that you get from good grass fed beef. And then I'm doing a 29-day age now.
Amazing.
It is about as high quality as you can get in some grass-fed beef.
Yeah.
It's still not crazy expensive with all the prices going
up.
It's still $15 a pound for choice now, you know.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. So naturefedbeef.com, highly recommended. It's really good stuff. And of course, how do we find you for beef or the best in real estate, Joseph?
You can get me on my cell phone, 619-277-2169. You can get me on social media at The Anglers Realtor. You can get me on my website at sportsmansrealty.com. If you would like a free home evaluation just to see where your home is at, go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll kick you out an automated report on your home.
It's good stuff, Yusef. We appreciate you joining us. Look forward to next week. And that was brought to us by Gamakatsu, and they have an amazing lineup of fishing accessories now available, including not only fillet knives, but an everyday carry knife. They have their G boxes and bags to store your stuff, and ceramic braid scissors, which are awesome. I have a pair myself, and you can't go once you use them, you're not going back. I promise you. There's ceramic braid scissors and more, along with the best and fresh and saltwater hooks available. See your local dealer or check gamakatsu.com, and we're going to be right back with more Rambo Jim Hughes from the Cortez when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
It may be winter in Southern California, but those of us who live here know it's a great time of year to go fishing, and certainly not time to put your gear away. This is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. This is the ideal time for bay bass fishing, and I get the inside scoop from Johnny. Heck, he will even rent you one of our killer blue skiffs. This is also a good time to go work on your reels, and Doug is the man for that job. If big largemouth bass are your bag, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. They have all the right stuff and live bait for a perfect day on the lake. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle is super cool too, for both freshwater and saltwater tackle. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle is on Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check danalanding.com for more details.
Hi, this is Christy Wheeler with Dawson & Associates Insurance, your full-service agency specializing in boat insurance, including charter, commercial, and personal use boats, business insurance, and travel insurance. We work hard to get you the most coverage for the best prices and guarantee the lowest rates available on all the travel plans we offer. So give us a call today at Dawson & Associates Insurance at 619-460-5615 for a free quote today.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, Ford has kept that title every year since. And your San Diego County Ford dealers plan to repeat that again for the next 49 years. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, and Ford, the most awarded brand for new vehicle quality among trucks. Get ready to power through whatever this new year brings in a Ford. Check out the entire Ford F-Series lineup and take a test drive today. Go to your local San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.
For your next fishing adventure, check Point Loma Sport Fishing. They offer half-day and full-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fisherman. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit PointLomaSportFishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627. Want to go fishing? Point Loma Sport Fishing has you covered.
Right. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and Jim telling all kinds of cool stories.
Great stories.
Right? It's so much
Part
fun.
of the fun here.
I know it.
On Let's Talk Hookup. Hey, I wanted to. The other thing that's fun is CCA California has just announced the Star Tournament for 2026, and so they've changed a couple of the rules, which is super cool. They've added surf perch, Corey.
Come on.
9-inch minimum, and reduced the size for spotted bay bass to 15 inches. Last year it was 18.
Okay.
18 is like a trophy spot.
That'd be kind of a jumbo.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
15 is doable, right?
Way
so they
doable.
reduced that. Yeah. So they've changed a lot of the rules there. And here's a cool deal. Register for the Star Tournament for May 23rd, and you're going to receive a $25 gift card courtesy of AFCO. So that means your Star registration is $40. You get $25 back from AFCO.
You got
what a
$15.
deal. Yeah, and thanks to AFCO for that. They've always been great. So listen to this. The big grand prize this year is a Mako 17 Pro Skiff center console. $50,000 boat there. And they also have $15,000 in weekly and grand prizes, and $15,000 in youth scholarships, like just tons of stuff. So catch, photograph, and win. It's all based on the app and such like that. It's super fun. It's only $40 to register for the Star Tournament. So check ccacalifornia.org/star for more information on the 2026 Star Tournament from CCA.
$50,000 Mako, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Pretty
Come
nice
on.
boat. Yeah, it's a beautiful boat. So check that out.
Lots of good prizes.
Yeah. Hey, phones are packed up. Lots of texts. You have a good text, Corey?
I do. God, there's so many coming through, and it's so cool. And this one comes from Chuck and Dana Point. He says, "Good morning, guys. Love the stories. Can't wait to get out there. Question for Jim. Have you had any of those big albacore over 40 pounds when they come up, they just put out and reach their wings out and put their wings out and they wave goodbye? Love the stories. I don't know. That was kind of confusing with my reading. Sorry about that.
We had the two biggest albacore caught I think it was the last year we were here. We had 86 and an 89.
What?
Yes.
How big do they get?
Oh, they catch them over 100 pounds off Morro Bay back then.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that year we had the two biggest ones caught in California.
86 pounds and 89
Yeah.
pounds.
We had a 4-way jig strike, and we were trolling 6-0s, and it blew up 2 of the 6-0s, and we landed 2 of them.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Was that local waters here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right,
Wow.
right up here, just short of the Cortez. I was sitting there looking down. I go, that's some giant penguin.
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
That's
You know,
in
there
the
were-
80s.
There's some big ones around.
Yeah.
We had a lot of the 40, 50 pounders late in that warmer water also.
Interesting.
40, 50 pounders, 60 pounders.
Wow. That's a big albacore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pull back.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's jump back on the phones, Corey.
Let's do that. How about Dennis? Dennis is calling from Linda Vista. Good morning. Appreciate you joining us, Dennis.
Good morning, guys. A beautiful day in San Diego, that's for sure. But Jim, man, you just slapped me with something that I remember from when I was a kid in the '60s. Al Coupe.
Yes.
Because my dad, we watched the fish count every day with Al Coupe.
Yep.
I'm telling you,
absolutely.
and that's what it's got us into going into sports fishing.
Absolutely. Wow. He was
And I
he was the
question.
biggest
Never been
mover
on
for
the
sport
Cortez.
fishing.
That's cool.
Yeah, never been on the Cortez. I do have mobility problems and sleep apnea. So when we go on overnighters, can you kind of tell me about? I usually take a friend to help me get up and down steps and stuff.
Sure.
But kind of the conditions on the Cortez, if that's a good boat to go on.
We, for the people that have sleep apnea, which is becoming more and more prevalent, we put plugs down in the bunk room at certain bunks.
Okay.
So we reserve
make
them
sure you
for
let
them.
them know and-
Oh, absolutely. And as far as the stairways, getting on the boat and on the deck, we only have like a 1/6-inch step, and then we got to have a freeboard going into the galley a little bit higher. It's probably 4 or 5 inches. And then going down, we have pretty steep stairs going down to the bunk room, a little bit bigger thresholds than normal. But we have handrails going down both sides. and anybody that needs help, we're more than happy to help.
There you go.
You know,
All right.
We're easy.
Hey, Dennis, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. And on a similar note here, it says, I have a 50, this is from Jimmy in San Marcos. I have a 15-year-old daughter that's done quite a bit of fishing and has been on several full-day boats. Do you think she's too young to bring on the Cortez?
Absolutely not.
No? You have a lot of kids on the boat?
Oh, yeah. We carry kids 10, 8. I had a couple of kids that had some 200-pounders that were 8, 9 years old.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's
A lot of them in by themselves.
And with 17 or less people, I mean,
It's not,
that's a very
and plus,
comfortable.
when with the younger kids, everybody's helping everybody out. So,
Such a cool thing.
Not too young at all.
That's cool. Corey, you got a good one. Huh?
I do. And I bring this up because it's a cycle of the ocean, and it's kind of funny. I have to bring it up. It comes from Kathy in Placentia. And I love your show. I remember fishing for giant Humboldt squid. When do you predict we will see them again? And have you fished for Humboldt squid? And what was the largest one you've ever seen? Thank you.
We have fished for them,
What a
mostly
cycle
for
that was.
bait.
Yeah.
I think we've caught like a 40 or 50 pounders. We caught like a half a dozen of them with Roy on a
Yeah.
Royal Polaris outside Colonnade.
Wow.
Okay.
40 or 50 pounders?
Pounders. Yeah, it took two of us we baited it, and it took two of us to get it over the rail.
But I can remember the new
Yeah.
Seaforth.
They were fishing the Dana Point boats all the way down to San Diego,
Yeah.
going to the 9-mile bank, their banks up there, the 14-mile bank, even closer, and absolutely putting the wood to these things. I mean,
It's probably the one thing that could honestly put a fear in me
no.
for falling in the water.
Oh yeah, no, they bite everything. But no, there's times when they come up. We've seen a few of the bigger ones this year.
Yeah.
The guys have said they've seen them. I've seen them at nighttime. But they'll come back. Unfortunately, when they do come back, usually the rest of the fishing suffers.
Everything did.
Yes.
Like our sand bass,
Yes.
our rockfish.
Yes,
And
it all just sort of
dissipates.
goes by the wayside.
It dissipates. Yeah.
They're not the friendliest of creatures.
No.
No.
Yeah.
They'll
They
eat
don't
each other.
fall in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you won't go out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Let's jump back on the phones. Corey.
Oh, let's do that, Pete. And let's talk to Bob. Bob's calling from Cerritos. Good morning, Bob. Appreciate you joining us on Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Bob.
I want to say to Jim that I talked with Taka and Steve, and all of us have the highest amount of respect for Rambo because he's just a great guy. And I am eternally grateful to Jim for helping me get my largest yellowfin tuna I ever caught. It was like 287.
Whoa!
And he was up on the tank on the RP on a trip when my son Craig got his world record whitefish.
Whoa!
on the
Wow!
thing. So
We missed you this year,
that,
Bob.
yeah, yeah. I haven't been home in over 20 years on New Year's Day on the trip, so I decided, hey, I better spend a day at home with the family. But I'll be going back next year and hope to see you there on the boat.
We will be there.
286. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah,
His,
Bob's one of the studs.
yep, and his son Craig got a big whitefish, and he was hanging over the side. I was on the tank, and Dee said, "Rambo, I'm going to lift up a world record whitefish." And he lifted that thing up, and I thought it was a yellowtail. I mean, it was
How big
freaking
was
giant.
it?
I think it was like what was it, Bob? Do you remember? 17.6.
What?
Pounds.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
whitefish.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it was a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, nice to hear from you, Bob. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Some great memories there.
Absolutely, you know, and they all come from Takas and fished
Yeah.
with Taka for years on that trip.
And now Katie's selling the store, right?
Well, it's been up for sale for years, but
As
they're if they sell it, they're going to sell it to the right people.
The right people.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
Taka's
Steve and I
capital.
fished together for years.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, that's good. But
it's great.
Yeah, what a legacy they need.
Yes.
They'd be passing down for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Hey, one of your compadres on the line here, Mike from the Tribute. What's up, Mike?
What's happening, Mike?
Hey, morning, guys. Morning, Rambo.
Morning, Mike. Did you go to surgery all right?
Yeah. I had my knee cleaned out on Thursday. Apparently, certain things you shouldn't do after a knee replacement. Being too active is one of them.
Yes.
But thank you that it is going well. I don't know. I guess it's a good day to sit at home and watch football. But I don't know about the 17-pound whitefish. I think that would clear the back deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thought of trying to grab a hold of that thing, just I mean, that's terrifying on its own.
That
right?
would be terrifying.
It was big.
Because their gill plates are razor fins, right?
Can you imagine the razor gills on that
man.
sucker?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be somebody to be able to get your hands around that head properly, not get chopped up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Well, you just got in, Rambo. Did you guys have a good trip?
Yeah, we did. You know, it was a tough in the middle, you know, part of it. We had good wahoo fishing and all the way down to PV and back and salvaged a trip up there just below Cedrus and then up at Geronimo.
Nice.
Well, another good rockfish area. That's quite the trek. But boat got in this morning. Third Colonet trip for us here this season. Very light load. Probably shouldn't have gone with 12 people, but I guarantee it was roomy and very, very good link cut fishing once again. Really good red fishing. Last two trips, Ian's trip before last weekend, they did see some 100-pound bluefin just outside of Colonet. They managed to hook one, and that didn't work out too good. They saw some fish down on the way down on this trip as well. So starting to see a little bit of that get in the mix. But the Colonet fishing on its own, I was at 30 link cod for 12 guys. So all the reds you could want. A little bit of bonita, little sign of yellowtail. But yeah, if we could start sprinkling some bluefin on these trips, you know, it's about that time of year again.
Yes, it is. And we talked to Aaron probably halfway through the trip, and they said they weren't even going to start until February.
Wow.
Wait for the nicer weather and stuff.
Yeah. So. For the commercial stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Just to know that it's there. I mean, it seems to be a year-round thing for us now, and all of a sudden you start looking at leaving Colonet early and running outside and trying to fish those for a few hours at the end of the day.
There you go. Get all fixed up on rockfish and go look for something else.
Yeah, there you go. So when's the next trip, Mike?
You know, we have a trip scheduled on Friday. Not a whole lot of momentum on that one. The first two trips of February, the 6th, and then over Valentine's, both those trips look like they're going to go. They already have, I think, 7 or 8 people on them. So we are online for Friday night if we can get enough. These trips have been, you know, it's for something to do right now, and the quality of the link cod and the quality of the reds, it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, for sure. And great weather too. It's like the best time of the weather.
You know what? The last 3 trips I'm not going to complain about for this time of year at all. It's been great. Well, a little bit of Santa Ana wind last weekend, but for this time of year, if you're not even looking at the weather the day before, that's a blessing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, how do we get on the boat if we want to go on the tribute day and a half trip, right, to the Colonet area?
Yep, day and a half trips, leaving at 5. Right where me and Rambo are, Seaforth Landing, 619-224-3383, seaforthlanding.com, tributesportfishing.com. And we did. It was kind of a last minute deal. I had somebody ask about law enforcement deals, and I know I threw a couple $100 discount on this last trip, and we got a couple of heroes to go fishing with us. So every now and then we've been known to throw out little perks like that. But little special thank you to anybody first responders that could have jumped on the last trip, and we did get a couple.
That's cool, Mike. Good job. Hey, Mike, good recovery.
Always willing to support.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Good recovery on your knee operation there, and hopefully you'll check in with us next weekend and give us the update.
Of course, and thank you. And Rambo, we'll see you at the dock.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks a lot for that, for sure. Yeah. Hey, let's jump back in the phones, Corey.
Let's do that. How about Carl? Carl Calm from Escondido. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, guys. Hey, my question is when does your open party start, and how do you check into them?
We'll probably have it online in April. I still got a lot of charter inquiries right now. Guys that are looking for dates. And so April will be up there. We'll put everything on there because once we've got chartered in April, if I don't have any more after that, I'll just put the rest on open party trips. So
cool.
That way everybody's scheduled and everybody can look at it. And usually just go to the Seaforth website. It'll tell you what boat to look for. You can look at Cortez and it'll give you a list of all the dates.
There you go.
Hey, thanks a
All
lot.
right, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
bet.
thanks a lot for the call. Good luck on winning the flip,
Right.
and winning the call. Hey, have a super cool text here from Charles in La Mirada. He says, "Good morning, Pete and guests. I've been fishing my whole life and have read many books that are priceless to me. What a treasure to add to the collection. The University of Long Range Fishing by Larry Brown and Chris Minnick there. Thank you so much for the information, and what a great way to add the cause of Friends of Rollo to receive this collectible book on long range fishing." So that again is the University of Long Range Fishing by Larry Brown and Chris Minnick. It is absolutely a treasure book. You will not be disappointed with the information that you will gain from this book. Whether you're you can use a lot of long range techniques on the Cortez, or if you're going on a 10-day on the Royal Polaris.
Well, the thing is, it's a good book to read.
Yeah.
I can say I've seen a lot. Those guys have seen just as much, if not more.
Yeah.
Because they fish with different peoples.
Yes.
I fish with a lot of the same people and stuff, and a lot of guys don't change. Other guys change. These guys have fish with many people, and they've seen a lot of different things.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So again, it's the University of Long Range Fishing. It's only available on the Rollo Kids website, rollokids.org. $20 donation. If you want to give 50, you want to give 100, it all goes to take in fishing. And I want to throw out a big thanks to Chris and Larry for donating the book to Rollo and to raise money. I know Larry and Chris do a lot to raise money for Rollo, and we're very appreciative for their efforts, for sure.
So cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if Rambo's promoting it and seen it all and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what
It's
else
a
do you
super
need
cool
to know?
book.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a download only.
How many pages do you think?
It's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of pages, but you can print it or you can download it on your device and read it online. Or
Hey,
whatever.
what is there any better thing while you're
No.
going out on the RP and
It's
reading it on the way out?
Yeah.
Save it, put it right on the thing. And got good reading material.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Let's you have a good one?
I don't actually. Yeah, sorry.
Well, so here's a good one here. It says, "Good morning, guys. Question for Captain Jim. Do you guys how do you handle fish for the way it's being caught?"
It's always
And that's,
important.
Daniel from Rancho Cucamonga.
We gaff it, we kill it, we bleed it, we gut it, gill it, and she goes right down into some 28 to 29 degree water.
All RSW.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, do you have the processors meet you at the boat when they come back?
Sometimes they are, if the guys have made an appointment.
Could be a charter group that's arranged
a
it.
lot of those guys have arranged stuff like that, but we also cut fish on the boat. We still fillet. There's still a lot of guys that don't do that now, but we still do. A lot of people don't want to wait around and come back.
Oh, so you do fillet on the boat?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
No, we still fillet on the boat, and
Is there a
we
certain
have some-
size, like up to a certain size?
We fillet them all.
Okay.
And we bag it up. I got some heavy mill, big giant Ziplocs, and we get everything, all the air out and stuff like that. That way they can go home and process and put it in the seal meals or whatever.
Right, exactly.
But a lot of guys don't want to wait around. Other guys, if they want to wait around for same day, that's good, because a lot of the processors offer same day. But if they get too backed up, and everybody's absolutely kicking the crap out of the fish, they're going to get backed up. So they might have to be the next day or the next day.
But having Mary Lee in here from Fisherman's Processing, I mean, they've got a whole nother table. They've got 3 vacuum sealers going, like commercial style, huge, and
they will try to keep up as much as possible.
And they've increased the capacity, so
it makes a difference
to allow it. Yeah. And I mean, if you get 100+ pounder, it's probably more beneficial on,
we recommend it
out of respect for the harvest.
Oh yeah.
No, we recommend it. We recommend anything over 75 pounds that they get it processed.
Yes.
If they can't, there's guys that they can't get it processed, we're booked.
Right.
We've had them turned down.
It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, quick question here. Says it's from Ernie in Cannon Country. Says, what's the minimum rod requirements tackle wise? And if you don't have it, you can rent it at Seaforth, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say the minimum, if you have your own gear, would be 4 rods, but rental wise, you can get by with 2.
2.
Yeah, you can
What
get
would
by
those
with 2.
2 be?
Probably a 25 to 35 pound outfit, and then a 60 to 80 pound outfit.
Okay.
We can get away with that.
Yeah.
And plus we have some heavier gear on the boat.
So for the nighttime fishing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And
We have
then
some
Seaforth
130.
has phenomenal rentals.
They have very good gear also.
So if you're missing something,
Yep.
Don't let that stop you from going fishing
Absolutely
on the
not.
Cortez.
Right. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call.
And I think that's the one thing that our, quote unquote, El Nino, 14 years ago, brought to Fisherman's Landing, Point Loma Sport Fishing, and Seaforth is the rental tackle is not like it was 15 years ago.
No.
20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a completely different level.
155s, 8-foot parabolic Garcia rods. Yeah.
the old school, the A-frame building old school, right? Oh my gosh.
Pin 500s.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
all
when
right.
do they come back? Yeah.
We're going to find out who's won this open party trip on the Cortez. Man, Jim, given a day and a half or 2.5 day for two. But one winner when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises, and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost, but not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me. Book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
For local or long-range fishing, we have you covered. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Being a part of the San Diego Sport Fishing Landing gives us a distinct advantage when it comes to getting you on the latest and hottest tackle for your trip. Our expert staff knows exactly what you need for your long-range or local trip, and we will not sell you something you don't need. We carry a huge inventory of the right tackle. So visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. All our open party trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
3 kayaks, 6 surfboards, 10 rods, and 1 truck bound for Baja. That's where my brother and I's most recent quest into the Baja Peninsula began, in search of waves, fish, and fun. We are able to transport all the kayaks, rods, and boards without straps, due to the easy transportation of the Hobie iTrack inflatable kayaks. We brought a tandem and 2 singles, the I-9 and 11, and they were totally enough to get all 6 of the boys onto some of the best halibut and grouper fishing of their lives. Now, you might be thinking, 3 kayaks? I thought a tandem and 2 singles would only be able to fit 4 people. Well, a simple lawn chair on the back of the kayak was enough to turn the 2 single kayaks into tandems. Catching upwards of 100 fish a day in the mangroves, ranging from 15-pound grouper to tons of legal halibut, we had our fill and headed back to the States. Check out the full video of this trip on our YouTube channel, Fastlane SC, or come by our shop in Mission Bay and check out a Hobie inflatable kayak. See you soon.
The reels that Southern California anglers have been waiting for are here. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 40A and 50A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship 2-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. Shimano has increased the fishability of the larger Talica models by reducing rotational resistance at high drag and improving durability in critical positions within the reel. The all-new Talica 40A and 50A now boast Infinity Drive, which employs 2 drag washers housed on the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load by as much as 40%. The new Talica is built around a more compact, cold-forged machine aluminum one-piece frame. Plus, there's also a new higher high gear, built with a Southern California angler in mind. The new Talica 40 and 50A are available now at your local Shimano dealer.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Jim's going to flip the coin. Let's see who's the lucky
who's
winner.
the lucky winner?
Right? And it's going to a texter. Today, the texter happens to be Jimmy in San Marcos.
And San Marcos. Congratulations, Jimmy. You're going to love the Cortez. You haven't been down there. Jim, thank you so much for your time and your generosity giving away that wonderful trip today. And we really appreciate it. If somebody wants to come aboard the Cortez, charter groups available, open party, such like that, how do we do that?
I want to thank you for having us. But you can always contact me at 619-203-2965.
That's your personal cell.
That's my personal cell. Or at Seaforth. Like I said, the schedule for the open party trips won't be up until probably April.
Okay.
On the Seaforth website.
On the Seaforth website.
Yeah. So.
Do you have your own website?
We did, but
just go to the
It's better to call me.
Hey, thanks to Corey for being here today. Thanks to Jeff for manning the phones and the board. And thanks to Adam for all he does. Next Saturday, Captain Jay, Adam, and Josh from the Dulo Inn will be here. Next Sunday, Carl Schmidt from Fisherman's Landing. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week right back here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
KWFM and